Good morning to you, Nigerians. You're welcome to the morning spotlight. I am Joy Egogun, and with me here is
Blessing. You're welcome to the morning
thank
spotlight.
you for staying tuned. Today, on our segment, we have a lot for you today, but we'll begin with the news from the previous day. I got this information from the Punch newspaper. It says federal government alerts 11 states as Cameroon releases water from Lagdo Dam into Nigeria. So it said the NHSA Director General Umar Mohammed, in a statement on Tuesday, said the dam's regulated water releases will commence on September 17th. According to the statement, the water discharge is anticipated to progressively escalate to 1,000 meters cube per second over the next 7 days, based on the inflow from the upstream Garoua River, which serves as the primary source into the reservoir and is significant tributary to the Benue rivers. Nonetheless, the dam operators have indicated that the planned water discharges will be gradual to avoid surpassing the conveyance capacity of the Benue River system and triggering substantial flooding downstream in Nigeria. The overflow from the Lagdo Dam is projected to cease once there is a noticeable reduction in the flow into the Lagdo Reservoir. The agency unequivocally states that there is no need for alarm, as major flooding downstream in Nigeria is not anticipated, since the flow levels along the Benue River are still within cautionary limits. Nevertheless, it is of utmost importance for all states bordering the Benue River system, namely, please listen to this: Adamawa, Taraba, Benue, Nasarawa, Kogi, Edo, Delta, Anambra, Bayelsa, Cross Rivers, and Rivers, along with the government at all levels, federal, states, and local government areas, to heighten their vigilance and implement appropriate preparedness measures to mitigate potential flooding impact that may arise due to an increase in the flow levels for our major rivers during this period.
So they've given us each state that
Yes, that they are likely
the flow,
to the dam is likely to pass through. So these states mentioned should take
preventive
proper
measures.
measures to prevent flooding in their areas, from the Punch newspaper.
So as regard the oncoming election on Saturday, the government has released 35,000 corps has arrived at those states to join forces to begin patrol. Says the Punch newspaper, ahead of Saturday's governorship election in Edo State, the first barrage of the 35,000 police officers deployed to ensure law and order during election has arrived in the state. The Punch has learned also in the state as soldiers and officers of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps and the Economic and Financial Crime Commission has moved intensified to ensure each free poll. 17 political parties presented candidates for the poll, but the All Progressive Quarter of the Labour Party are the leading contenders ahead of the ballot. So, on the forthcoming election on Saturday, we are told that they've released forces, 35,000 to be precise, to ensure the security of the people and to ensure that the election is a free, and it's trying to tell us here that there are more than 15 or 17 political parties, but the one leading it are the PDP, the APC, and yeah, they are trying to tell us their candidates. So it is to ensure we, as the citizen, to go out, cast our vote, and go back to our
is being put to heart. That, let me put it that way, because the numbers of the corps is numerous. So this is to ensure safety of the people. And also we have a news here. It's been online for 1 week now. It said the PCN seals 1,409 illegal medicine stores in 6 months. The Pharmacy Council of Nigeria has sealed no fewer than 1,115 patent medicine shops and 294 pharmacies from April to September 2024. This was disclosed in the details of the enforcement activities document obtained exclusively by our correspondent on Monday. The pharmacy practice in Nigeria is overseen by the PCN, a federal agency created by the Pharmacy Council of Nigeria Act 2022. The PCN regulates all aspects of pharmacy education, training and practice, including pharmacy technicians and patent preparatory medicine vendors. So this news reaching us that illegal medicine stores have been shut down across Nigeria for the past 6 months. I don't know, the rate of illicit drug store available in every street in Nigeria is appalling, because when you see citizens who just fall sick, the only thing that will come to their mind is to go to a drugstore. They don't mind if
Going for a
it's registered
test.
under NAFDAC or anything. They just sell drugs to you. You take it in. Most times these drugs, they don't even work. You keep buying and buying. Why not just go to the hospital to receive proper treatment and prescription from the doctor?
I think some time ago, a friend of mine was telling me something. She said, these days, you don't just do self-medication. Because most of the time, you can go to the pharmacy and you just tell them this is how you are feeling. And they can just administer any drugs to you to take. It is
Yes.
proper that you go for a test. If it's possible, go to the hospital, see those that are specialized in that area.
They will tell you the kind
And
of
they'll tell you
test
the kind
to
of test to
run.
run.
If you can't afford the hospital bills,
understand?
once you run the test, you know what
They'll
is wrong
write,
with
yes,
you.
they'll write,
Then they'll give you
they'll
the
prescribe,
drug,
yes.
prescription. Then you can go and get it in a good pharmacy.
Well, because there are some
Yes.
pharmacies these days that they don't that are not under, like, they are not yet registered.
It's
Once they are done
detrimental
with
to our
that,
health. Once you just do your auxiliary nursing, you just gonna open your own drug shop and you start selling drugs to people. Even some give injection. Some even help in childbirth for women around the streets, areas like that. So I'm happy that the PCN, they are out there carrying
Doing
out
their
this.
thing,
Yes,
yes. They are doing their
I'm very
thing.
happy to hear this. So it's a good news for us. So thank you so much. We'll be going on a really short break. When we come back, we'll go straight to the news headlines for today. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
Subscribe to our YouTube Magnet TV Africa to get notified when we stream matches and upload videos. Subscribe to our YouTube Magnet TV Africa to get notified when we stream matches and upload videos. Subscribe to our YouTube Magnet TV Africa to get notified when we stream matches and upload videos. Subscribe to our YouTube Magnet TV Africa to get notified when
Welcome back. Now the news headlines. The Vanguard newspaper, major marketers begin lifting of petrol from Dangote refinery. Nigerians aviation's global rating shoots up to 70.5%. Edo gubernatorial election. CDS, police, NSCDC warn troublemakers. So this
sorry,
is
in as far as the statement sounds funny, sorry. It's also like they are trying to tell those that knows that they want to do one
Hitch
thing
the
or the
election,
other,
yes.
trying to, probably maybe they've been paid to do one or two things to cause trouble, to cause chaos, that they should be mindful, should be
They are
careful.
warned now. They are being
that
warned.
They are being warned now. Because I was saying something last week. I said during the presidential election last week, somebody was shot in my polling unit, in the sense that when people were casting their votes, came and grabbed the ballot box and was about running and was shot by a military officer. So this is the federal government trying to place warning. So our advice us, like we said while we went for the short break, we should all come out to cast our votes as a good citizen. After casting your vote, go back to your respective homes and wait while the result is being called.
If you have any plans before now to cause a hitch in the election, this is a warning, a firm warning to all of us out there. So also it says economic crisis. We warned you, Baba Ahmed tells Nigerians. School resumptions, parents' authority blame low turnout on harsh economy. This thing is affecting us fair all areas of our lives. So it's not parents coming out to cry. I was watching a video yesterday. A woman was crying. She said in her days when she was going to school, you could use your textbook and you give it to your successors. Predecessors will use the textbooks and they will give it to their siblings, their younger siblings.
I remember.
So you cannot transfer. Now their textbook is both a workbook and a textbook. You write inside and you cannot transfer it to another person. Even when it's your turn in that class, it's a new textbook that they will give to you. Most especially in private schools these days. So these things they should really see into this thing, look into it. It's not easy. So they should make it easy for us parents to be able to take care of their children. Else you start finding children on the streets not going to school. This is most of the excuse you find parents telling their children.
I can remember my secondary school days back then when I entered, I think JSS1, where they told us things to bring and other stuff. And I was surprised when they were like, they are going to give us our mathematics and English textbook from the school and we should return it after we are done using it.
Wow.
And on that day, they just called everybody out and they were just handing it over to us. And they were telling us that, yes, you have to maintain it. People maintain this book. That's why we are handing it over to you. So it is your own duty to maintain it. So after using it in this term, return it back to you.
If it can happen in other schools like that or in these generations,
I don't think
per se, things will be easier. They should make things a lot easier for parents.
Do you know why it will not be easy? This particular term, you are using this textbook. The following term, they will introduce another textbook.
Another one.
You understand? So it's
the same information that is inside.
You get.
I was reading
my particular one that you get
the other day. I was like, why are they changing it's just the back page that is being changed. Why are they making things difficult? A woman was saying only one of her child's textbook is 74,000 naira for one term. Imagine having 5 kids.
And most schools these days, they made it mandatory that you must buy from the school.
You can't buy outside. It was in those days that you just take the list of the
you
books to a library.
It's only when you don't have it in the school. That is when, okay, they'll not tell you, go and check the bookshop
to buy. And sometimes you don't even see the exact textbook they ask you to buy. And you'll be flogged or punished for it. So please, the private schools, the authorities in the schools, they should take heed of these complaints. MOSOP writes, Tinubu threatens oil war in Ogoni. Only 7 states fully implement contribution as asset hit 20.79 trillion naira per con. Delta wins NYG ahead closing ceremony today. That's all for the Vanguard newspapers.
So now also the Guardian. It says low patronage hit online stores, malls amid 200% spike in prices.
What do you expect? What do you expect?
The economic is going high. So
I can't remember the last time I went to supermarket for shopping.
Even me,
I can't remember. So you keep experiencing low patronage.
Then maybe when you want to buy something outside, you feel like going to the supermarket is more cheaper because their price are less. But now
that is the case now.
It's like they are both those that are selling out and those in the supermarket, their price are on the same level.
Do you know how much
their price are on the same level
for a year for those persons that own plazas or that owns their shop in a plaza? Before they calculate their rentage, then calculate the price of the stocks of goods. before they will not look for their own profits.
Some time ago,
So you will not
I
expect them to sell it in a cheaper rate for you.
some time
And
ago I
there will
followed
be
a
no
friend.
patronage from customers.
I followed a friend to our hometown when she was preparing for her marriage, and she was like, she hasn't gotten her nails done, or like wedding nails and all that. And she was like, okay, let's visit a particular mall in their state. We are like, okay, let's go. So we entered. I was like, this place is kind of expensive. Sure you get. And she was like, it might look expensive, but it's not really really. And I was like, okay, we just entered. And the woman said something. The woman said that these days things are expensive. Any customer that comes into our shop, she ensures that possible best not to let them go. You understand? She
Wow.
started stating the increment of the NEPA bill, the security stuff and everything. She said so she's ensuring a possible where she said she knows how this country, how difficult it is surviving in this country. And so
Yes.
that is why she's trying
This
to
is a
possible best to
considerate
ensure, you
person.
understand?
If we can have 90%
People
of
like that.
people like that in this country,
But the
things
thing
will be
is that
better.
I still will not blame them. Like I said, the economy is on the higher side. Those people too, they are doing their possible best to survive. Because they too, they buy
They are
before they start.
complaining and
So they
there's
are
low
complaining.
patronage.
And people are
Goods
not.
will get expired if customers don't come to buy from them.
Yes.
Their shop rent will expire. How will they pay back? How will they restock? So it's not the customer's fault if the economic problems can be resolved, even to the average, to the minimum, things will be better. So that's what I can say concerning that.
And it said over 21,000 applied for 7,000 Kwasek ahead of jobs, and PDP crisis. Makinde backs embattled
Oh,
Damagum
okay.
as
This one is
governor
for
NWC
the
plan sack.
election.
Yes.
For the election. So we have over 21,000 people who have applied
Applied.
for the ad hoc jobs for the election. And they only want 7,000
7,000.
people to work for them. So you can see that the rate of unemployment it's on the high side in the country. So you won't blame these citizens going out to look for work to do. So this 21,000, so they want to employ like 7,000. So how are they going to pay the other I think 14,000 persons? So they have to go back home and look for something else.
Yes. Tebello remains wanted. EFCC insists lay siege to Kogi government lodge. Donation for Borno flood victims hits 11 billion naira. Wow, I'm happy at this donation that they are doing for those that fell victim during the Borno
Really pity for
flood.
them.
It wasn't easy.
Even the other day, the Mr. President was saying that he wants to collect some money from the federal agency accounts
Some
to
persons
support those
some persons
persons
are even
that
donating.
that were part of it. So
Yes.
it's not only Mr. President that is seeing to this, other persons in high powers that are capable of helping people, they are really interested in this. So I'm really happy about this.
Onto fuel scarcity, says tanker drivers cause traffic chaos on Oshodi Apapa Expressway. Zulum warns emirs against illegal mining insurgency risk. And CSOs worry over Edo Guba election, condemns INEC refusal to re-employ REC. Okay, this CSO that they have been worried over Edo State Guba election. I think I was hearing I overheard someone saying that those vigilantes in the area, that they stop them to stop working for the meantime. In the sense that the person said is he believed that they feel that those people are the people that they will use
Because
to
they are
cause trouble.
armed.
Yes, because they are harmed. And he said those people, they are people that they might use to implement their own plans. Because when you see a police officer, you feel that they cannot do you any harm.
Yes.
But sometimes most of them are being paid to cause trouble. So I believe the reason why the government wants these people out of the picture.
Did they withdraw their arms from them?
I
left with
really
them?
don't know if they withdraw their arms, but I think I overheard them saying that they told them not to work for the meantime during
the election
until after the election they can
It's a good idea.
So
let them leave the work for the federal
since
agency.
the government, they went far to deploy a lot of forces, 35,000 for that matter. So I think they are extra ready and extra prepared for the forthcoming election. So I think that's all for the Guardian news.
Now on to the Punch newspaper. Tinubu may merge MDA scrap humanitarian ministry. PDP NWC members plot Damagun's removal. Cameroon Dam, states plan emergency shelter. So this is a really good one. I was saying just now that proper measures should be taken.
Yes,
so
but since
these
we have the
states
one
that
already
listed,
before
they're
time.
already planning emergency shelters for their residents. It's a good idea. Yahaya Bello, EFCC besiege Kogi Governance Lodge. INEC deploys 5,000 BVAs and 18,000 ad hoc workers. So they are more than ready for this election. APC LP tackle PDP over Obaseki's 1 billion naira grant to market women. Wow. NAF aircraft arrive Edo with sensitive materials. NAF aircraft arrive Edo with sensitive materials. I believe this materials is for the election.
Yes, so, for the election.
World Bank to grant Nigeria $1.7 billion loan. World Bank to grant Nigerians 1.7 billion naira loan. So the World Bank is the one loaning us, granting us loan to take care of the economic issues of the country. If the loan is being properly used, I believe they'll be able to repay as time goes on. They should use the loan properly for the main things that we need, not for the things we don't need. So that's my take on that. LASG records 300 domestic violence cases monthly.
Wow. 300.
Lagos government, they record 300 domestic violence cases monthly.
300 domestic violence cases.
When I read for that, I saw that they have over 200 rapes and 100 physical harassment. So these are the hoodlums out there. They are causing trouble. Imagine recording 300 havoc and domestic violence cases every month for the next 1 year. Just imagine.
I'm even shocked that
we are the cause of the most of the problems in this country. We are the cause. Why are you fighting your fellow citizen, your fellow neighbor? Why are you fighting? Why are you causing problems? Why are you harassing your fellow citizens? You are complaining that we have issues, but we are not helping matters by causing domestic violence. So they should allow the armed forces to focus on the main things other than focusing on domestic violence. If all these things we can take care of ourselves as regards this issue, the armed forces will have chances to focus more on the pressing issues of the nation. Private employers paying below 70,000 risk jail. This is not a news anymore. It's not all private sectors that is paying the minimum wage. So I don't know if the government, they are aware of this. Or most of the private sectors, they are not paying even up to the minimum wage. They are paying 1/3 of the minimum wage, and they expect their workers to fulfill their obligation, their honors to them fully, and they expect you to come to work every day. Don't miss work, no excuses, carry out your job effectively. Why will workers not take their jobs lightly if they are not well paid? They are underpaid.
If they are being paid well, they will work with all their hearts.
This is an instruction. Pay us the minimum wage, 70,000. They are still paying.
It's not even too much.
Some are paying 30.
Better that I pay 70,000. If they should start bringing their bills and their stuff, 70,000 is not able to cover up for that.
Let's not just go there. If we go down that route now, this problem will escalate. Why underpay your employees? Your employees, then you expect them to carry out their job effectively. Why would they not be theft? Why would they not be domestic violence? Why would they not be stealing? I watched a video, a supermarket that they have over 30 staffs there. That day was they say every day for the thief, one day for the owner. Yes, day was for the owner. They started searching all the workers, and they found out that there was no competent worker. All of them, they had something in their bags. They had something hidden in their body. So I believe that if they are properly paid, which is not an excuse for theft though, if they are well paid, They will
They
not
will not
think
see
of
reason to
stealing.
steal.
Even if there is theft, it will be reduced. Imagine the whole staffs were checked that day. There was no one competent person,
They
no
all
one innocent person. All of them
they
fell
were all
into the trap.
victim, yes. I
So
remember
that's
some time ago I was working under a what's it called? A petroleum station. And then we were being paid 15,000 or 18,000 naira per
what
month.
year was that?
I don't
Wow,
recall
15
per month. I think it was like 2019. We are being paid per month. And inside that same salary that they are paying you, if you have any shortage while during your sales,
They
they will
will
minus it from
deduct
your
from you.
salary.
This is not just 2020.
But
I have
that's
someone
not
that's still paying
that is not
almost
even the
60,000
problem.
naira
That
now.
is not even the problem. Do you know that something happened? A day came, we were trying to do cleaning in the office and all that because we barely see our boss. We only get to see the manager because he's the one that is in charge of our payment. You
Yes.
understand? Sometimes he comes to check. Maybe when there is no fuel, when they bring things
To
here,
refill.
you understand? So that is always around. So we were sweeping and we now discover the roster for the payments. You understand?
Wow.
And we now discovered that we are supposed to be paying more than that amount.
You
So
see?
meaning the manager was collecting that particular amount of salary from the boss and paying us 15,000 or
Underpaid.
18,000. And
So the
inside that
payroll, now
same
the
money,
amount in the payroll is higher than the amount of
inside that same money, when you have shortage, you minus it from that one that
That's
15,000.
greed now.
Inside there, if you collect fake money that's counterfeit, you will still minus it from your salary. So what I was saying,
we are our problem.
you understand? I want to urge those entrepreneurs, those in charge, the bosses, try to pay your workers the particular amount that you know you are supposed to pay to them. Do
Except
not,
they are not
you
carrying
understand?
out
If they
their
are not
duties
competent, they are not
effectively.
carrying their duties. Try to talk to them. If you see that you cannot work with them, you can easily tell them to stop working and
Stop
employ
working,
someone
employ
else.
someone else who is
Rather
serious.
than you
Underpaying them.
cutting away from their salary. It is not
Before
nice.
they'll pay their tea fare, eat their food and all that.
And you know that a lot of persons, they should calculate their transportation. It is not even up to the salary that they
Let's
earn
not
a
even
month.
calculate it.
So majority of them are doing just these things to leave their home. They don't
They
want
say,
to get depressed. They don't want to start thinking a lot. They are using this thing as a means of them leaving their houses,
because
doing
there
one or
is
two
dignity in
things.
labor.
You
That's why people
understand?
still go out there to
Shey you
work.
get. They know that while they are working, they might still find other things doing. They might still find favor. I think I was in the bank the other day, and while I was trying to resolve one or two issues with my account, a banker was telling me that I sell liquid soap in case you want to buy. So this is an opportunity. A lot of them go out so that they can be able to
More
work,
opportunities can
to be
come
opportune,
in.
so
Yes.
that you understand. So I want to urge those in charge, those of us that are paying
Those
our workers,
employers.
those employers.
Not only
Please,
private
treat
employers,
your
even
employee,
public
treat
employers.
them with love, so that they will not steal from you. They will want to work with all their heart. Now onto the Daily Trust news. It said CBN to now charge cybercrime levy at 0.005% in new guidelines. Demography position Nigeria to lead $7.7 trillion Hala market. Shetima. Tackle illegal mining before it turns to insurgency, Zulu tells Emirs.
I've seen a case like that 2 weeks ago now. 2 weeks ago, we read a news like that some persons were being arrested for illegal mining. Some of them are not even citizens of Nigeria, but they are working. They've been mining illegally, and they were brought to book. They were sanctioned, so they should tackle.
Search extended to neighboring villages. Survivor victims' families speak how accident happened, how witnesses give their reports. And on to say Yahaya Bello remains wanted, not with us, EFCC. Hardship. Bafarawa donates 1 billion to Sokoto people. Court remands farmer for defiling stepdaughter. Wow. So this last news here, it say hardship. Bafarawa donates 1 billion to Sokoto people.
And if he's doing it as a result of the hardship, if every state government can give this donation to each state and it gets to the citizens, the vulnerable citizens, we will not have cause for alarm.
There will be no cause for
this is
alarm,
a really good one for the Sokoto people. I'm happy for them.
And say court remands farmer for defiling stepdaughter. Wow.
This is not a news anymore. because the rate of rape has increased recently. Of recent, the rate of rape has increased recently. And now seeing a father, what is even happening? What is happening? I saw one brother raping sister, neighbor raping a little child.
There is
So
no
I don't
joy in
know.
depriving people of what
Would you say it's
you
hunger
understand.
that is causing this now?
There is no joy in making someone do something that is against their will. No, defiling, it's a very serious case. I don't know, in our country here in Nigeria, most especially, they don't take this case very, very, very serious. I can remember somebody was telling me something, I think last week. He said in some countries, even there's a way you even touch a lady, like you touch her, she'll sue you.
You see?
She will sue you. Talk more less of you raping someone else. You know how many years in jail you spend. So I don't know why court is remand, because this one is remand, like they are bringing it into remand, like trying to remind us the farmer for defiling himself, that they should ensure that this man serve the possible, because I believe that there is a
Probably
particular year that you be
sanctioned.
sent, you understand. So they should ensure that this man serves his jail terms to the last.
So they are sending him back to custody while they await trial. That's what remands talking
So
about. So
transport fare hike, low turnout of students 1 week after resumption. What did they expect? A lot of students, they were already prepared that, okay, we're resuming September 9th. I think that was the first date of resumption.
yes.
Before the news came and was like, they will not resume school till probably a lot of particular things is being resolved, or maybe after the, before we know it, you were told that they should resume. And I remember then in my school days, a lot of persons, they resume school after 1 week after the school have resumed. You understand? But now, because the government, they made it seem as if, okay, they should stay at home now. So a lot of them, they just feel like, because of this election, and our parents, most parents don't want their child to go to school now, because they
We're even
feel,
talking about secondary schools just now. Now this
primary
is
school,
higher
yes.
institution.
And talk about transportation hike. Do you know
Then when
that
I was going to school, the school bus, like higher institution, I'm talking about the school shuttle bus, it was 14 naira to go around any
anywhere
location
you
in the
want to
school.
go?
But now I'm hearing that it's up to 250.
Imagine
So
students.
imagine paying 250 naira every day to attend lectures. To and fro, it's 500 naira before you will eat. So I don't blame the students to sitting back home and not resuming school. Lecturers
School,
are waiting for them.
transportation
It's not their
and
fault.
everything.
It's not their fault.
Transportation and everything. Okay, let me just bring it on our own side now. You know that there are some places that you want to go before that they'll be like, okay, carry you on general 150. No, it's not like that anymore.
It's from 200 and
From
above.
200, from 300.
Even if it's from here, a stone throw to your house,
Sometimes
it's
they
still
even
down
want to
from
even
you.
abuse you, insult you, and be like, if you think it's easy, why did you not track it, right? So I don't know if it's the fuel increment that is causing the hike in transportation. I just still want to urge the government to
It all
please
boils down to
look
economic
forward. You understand? They should look
factor.
forward to this issue. It is affecting everybody, literally everybody
Every
in the
aspect.
society. The adults, the children, it's affecting them, because if our parents do not have money to transport themselves, how much more will they have money to transport their children? And probably there are some parents these days that want to take their child to school, they'll have to buy fuel. And
Yes.
while they are waiting for their turn, while they are being in queue to buy
The
fuel,
child will
the
go late.
child will go late to school. And probably some of the parents, they'll be like, they are tired of going through this. So let us just wait after election and see if things turns out for the good or
Yeah,
for the
thank you
better.
so much. That's a wrap for the news headlines today. We'll be going on a short break. We'll be right back after the break for the special segment. I know you can't wait to hear what we have for you for this special segment. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now the special segment